Howdy, everybody. I wanted to record a quick video about camera sequencers since it seemed like some people were um, having some issues with it, so I thought I'd just go over it real quick. It had actually been a while since I got in and played with it. Some people asked me some questions yesterday, and I was a little bit, I had kind of forgotten. All right, so let's get into this. So I've set up a little scene here with my dancing banana. So he's just doing a little dance in Maya. So I noticed a lot of people were working kind of with this floating window, and so if we go into here under Windows, Animation Editor, Camera Sequencer, they kind of had this floating window up here. I think this is a really hard way to work, so I'm just going to go ahead and close this. Let's go ahead and let's switch up this view to panels, layouts, and let's go to like a 3-pane split top. I mean, obviously, this is totally up to you how you decide to work. This is just a suggestion. So we could go panels, panel, camera sequencer. So now the camera sequencer is docked down here. This makes a lot more sense to me. Kind of have, it's not going anywhere on you. Okay. So let's talk about adding cameras. So we currently don't have a camera. So if we're going to create a camera, we could come up here and create camera. This is fine. We could double click on this and name this shot cam, or we'll just do that. Shot cam 1. Okay. All right. So let's create a camera. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can click on this button down here. You can do it through the create shot like we did here. You can actually determine the length of your shot here if you wanted to. So if we wanted a 24 frame shot, we could click on this and it will create one. Obviously, it created one where the playhead was. And I guess I didn't have anything selected, so it created this shot perspective, but that's okay. So remember, it always creates where the playhead is in sequencer. But it's important to note that, so there's a couple things going on. So there's the name of the shot within the sequence editor. So this one's just called shot, and it's referencing the perspective camera. Okay, so I'm going to click on this and I'm going to hit Control A to open my attribute editor over here, and we'll look at it in here. So I could slide this so it would be at 1. We could also change the sequence start frame to 1 if we wanted to, and it will just snap into place for us. We can also, so let's scrub over this thing. So it's currently in this matching. It's in the sequencer. Let me frame up on this. I'm just going to hit F. So there's a couple things to note in the sequencer, okay? And we could just drag this to the top. It doesn't matter. So this one here at the top refers to the keyframe down here in the timeline, okay? So this is referencing the keyframes 1 through 24, okay? In the sequencer, these bottom numbers, so the sequence start frame, so we could change this to say 5. In the sequence, this is referencing, it's starting at frame 5, okay? So in the sequence, this is starting at frame 5, but it's actually referencing the animation from frame 1. Okay, so this is where this can get a little bit confusing. I generally work with them lined up. But if for some reason you had a camera and you kind of wanted to start your animation, 10 frames earlier, so you didn't have to change your animation in your timeline, you could do that, right? So if we wanted, so if we let's just say we created another one, and I'll just swing this to start at, what did I say, 10 frames earlier, so that'd be 14, right? And so we're referencing the perspective camera, but we could fix that. So in this case, it would go through frame 24, and then from this other angle, we would be starting in the sequence, we'd be starting in the sequencer frame 25, but we'd be referencing the animation from frame 14. Okay. You just need to know that you have that option, and that's what's happening in here if these numbers aren't aligned. If you want these numbers to line up, easy enough to do. You can just select your sequence time here, and you could change the start frame to start at frame 25 and then end at 48 if you wanted it to, and that's fine. So we can change our cameras in here if we want. So shot cam 1. So I'll just change this to shot cam 1. And I actually don't have anything lined up in here, but let's just do that real quick. I'm going to work in this other window, shot cam 1. I'm just going to frame this dude up. And so, okay, so this is shot cam 1, and it looks like this window's, I've already been working in this window, but what I want you guys to do, I generally work with this window tied to my sequence editor, okay? So what you want to do is go up here to View and go down to View Sequence Time, okay? So now this window will be showing you what's in your sequence window, okay? And this can be your working kind of perspective view or camera view. And, okay, so these things kind of have arbitrary names. I don't really care what they are. If you wanted them to refer to a camera, in Maya, nothing can be named the exact same. So that's where things get confusing. So our camera is called shot cam 1. We could call this cam 1 if we wanted to, right? So this is cam 1, and then this is cam 2, let's say. I guess we don't have a cam 2 yet, or a shot cam 2, but it's interesting this hasn't updated. That's okay. It will update at some point. It's just a Maya bug. So let's click on our shot cam 1. I'm going to just Control D, shot cam 2. I could change this to panel shot cam 2, or one thing you could do, you can middle mouse drag to this window, and that will change it to shot cam 2. We duplicated it, so it's exactly the same, but you can see it's changed to shot cam 2 down here. So, we could change this up to something like this, and we could change, just always check to make sure your attribute editor is actually showing you what you think. I mean, if we wanted to change our camera, change the lens on this thing to 24 or something, we could do that, okay? Just so we know we have a very different view. So let's scrub through this and see. So, okay, so this is still showing us our perspective view. So we're going to change this to shot cam 2. So let's scrub through and see. Okay, so we're seeing our shot cam 2 camera. And let's go create a new camera. And I'll just Control D, shot cam 3, and we'll add this. And we'll actually, let's do it like this. I don't know why I'm having trouble moving that, but I'm just going to do it like this. And I think my middle mouse my middle button on my mouse is acting up a little bit. But so I'm just going to do it the way it was described to us in the video shot, and I'm just going to add my shot cam 3 here at the current frame, create shot. Okay, so you can select all these and hit F to frame up on them. You can also select this button here, which will frame up. I don't really use these things here, but you can use them. Like, you could go in and use this to trim the shot and stuff like that if you wanted to. But anyway, so let's make sure this is working. We have shot cam 1, shot cam 2, and shot cam 3, which is the same. So let's make sure we're in shot cam 3, and let's go for a very different view. Maybe, I don't know, something like this. We'll just go up high. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is all working. Actually, I wanted to show you. I just noticed something actually. So notice in this shot 3, I'm actually referencing the keyframe animation from frame 1. So we don't want that. So we want this to be referencing the keyframe from 49. So let's change this. Um, if I change this from the beginning, it's actually going to shrink this because it's going to put, I'll just do it, show you 49. Um, so it's like completely move the clip. So I'm just going to undo that. And we'll select this and we'll just make the end frame 72 and the first frame 49. It's just easier to work this way. So end frame 72 and the first frame 49. Okay, so we're all set, right? Our keyframes time lines up, our sequence times line up. So there are some tools in here. Like there's some close gaps tools. I don't know why you would use these, but you can remove shot gaps, all shots. I'm just mentioning that so you know you can dig in these windows and see. This is like a lock timeline. If you had everything locked and you were kind of trying something else, there's like lock and there's mute. So these different buttons over here, I think this is a solo button. These aren't really things I use. I mean, the important thing is that this window is reflecting what's happening down here. Oh, let me show you one other thing. So, okay, so ShotCam 3. So let's say I was playing around with this sequence and I wanted to try another camera for this shot. Like, actually, let's do it for this middle one. So I'm like, I'm not sure about this one and this edit. So let's add a new camera. Okay. So we'll just do this. We'll create maybe a shot cam. And let's just duplicate this, Control D. And I'm going to just name this, let's name this something else. I'll name this like ShotCam 2 Alt, maybe Alt A or something. Okay, so let's add this to this group. So we're going to say create shot 2 Alt. We'll just call it shot 2 Alt. Okay, and we'll hit. So we can change our keyframes in here. So 25 to 48. Okay, and we'll hit create shot. All right. So let's go fix this. So it's referring to ShotCam 3, which we don't want. We want it to be ShotCam 2 Alt A. The rest of that looks okay. So let's go up here to panels, perspective, ShotCam 2 Alt A. And I'm just going to frame up on this banana like a close up, just so we know this is our Alt. Okay. So we're scrubbing through here. We can't see this Alt, right? Because it's on a lower level. If we moved this down, we could move this down and see it, right? So you could work like this if you wanted to, right? You're like, if you're showing your sequence to somebody and you're like, I tried this other shot. Like, what do you think about this, right? There's another way to work in here. And you can actually group these two shots together, group, create, okay? And so it's kind of in the hierarchy, it's hidden. But so if you wanted to, like if you showed your sequence to somebody and they're like, and you're like, well, okay, let's check this out. So you have this selected, you could say select shot, and you can actually, under group select shot, you can change your shot to the one on the bottom. So shot 2 Alt. So, of course, this didn't work. Why did that not work? Let's see. Group, select shot. Oh, sorry. Not select. Set active shot. Set active shot to shot 2 Alt. So then, boom. So then we're seeing our Alt shot, okay? So you could render out this, and you could render it out the other way. So group, set active shot. because I don't have it selected. It's not showing up. Yeah, okay. So to shot 5, so this is just the other way. Okay, so now you know how you can kind of stack shots, alternates in here. So what we want to do is you can also, this doesn't have to be a camera that you created, right? If you wanted to, you can do your side camera or your top camera. So your orthographic cameras can be in here too. Just FYI, if you wanted to use this for some sort of modeling demo or something like that, you could do that. Okay, so we have our 3 cameras in here. So let's get this thing rendered, all right? So I'm going to select everything. And what I want to do is I want to create an Uber camera. So let's create that, create Uber cam. So what is this going to do? Creating the Uber cam is going to bake what you have onto one camera. So instead of rendering out each one of these as separate things, you're going to render, you have an Uber, it's going to create one camera that you can then play blast. Okay, so let's do that. Uber cam, you can see it's created the Uber cam. So I'm actually going to go and take this off view sequence time, select camera. I'm actually going to go panels, Uber cam. And we should be seeing our sequence, which we are. And I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I have Uber camera selected. Is our Uber camera selected? Let's go ahead and let's play blast this thing and see. Whoops, play blast this. So what do I have in here? I've set to QuickTime. I've set to photo JPEG. You guys would probably be on H.264. I actually have an older, I think, QuickTime codec in here. So I've changed my display size to custom, and I'm just at this resolution and movie file. I have saved a file checked. I have quality at 100, and I have my scale set to 1, so it's not scaling. So let's go ahead and play blast this and see what happens. Okay. Oh, we're not rendering the full thing. Okay, let's see. All right, let's change this perspective to UberCam. Let's make sure. Oh, I see. Sorry, guys. I forgot my timeline was reduced down here. So let's open it up all the way, and let's try this again. So UberCam. We'll go back to the beginning. Okay, so let's just do our play blast, and play blast. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we've got our dancing banana from 3 different cameras. It looks great. All right, guys, I hope that helps clear some things up.